I didn't realize I was being lied to for months. AITA for losing my temper at my girlfriend after discovering our couple's therapist was fake. My girlfriend Claire, 27F, and I, 28M, have been together for 6 years. For most of that time, our relationship felt genuinely solid. About a year ago, though, things slowly started to feel off. More misunderstandings, more tension. Claire seemed far more concerned than I was. She started saying I wasn't listening enough, or that I'd become emotionally distant. I'll admit work had been stressful, but I didn't think our relationship was in crisis. Still, about 6 months ago, she suggested couples therapy. She told me a friend had recommended a therapist named Maya and that she'd already set everything up. At first, therapy seemed fine, but pretty quickly, something started to feel wrong. Almost every issue somehow became my fault. If I talked about work stress, it turned into a conversation about how I wasn't prioritizing Claire. If I raised a concern, it became a lesson about my communication problems. Outside of sessions, Claire began quoting Maya constantly. Maya says you need to work on this. Over time, it started to feel less like therapy and more like the two of them were aligned against me. I tried to tell myself I was just being defensive. I even started questioning whether I was secretly a terrible partner. Things came to a head during one session when Maya suggested that Claire and I take a break so I could focus on improving myself. I was stunned. I told Claire I didn't trust Maya as objectivity and that therapy felt more like blame than help. Claire said I was being unfair and that Maya was only trying to help us grow. We barely spoke for days afterward. I started feeling guilty. Maybe therapy was just forcing me to confront uncomfortable truths. Then everything unraveled. At a mutual friend's party last week, I overheard Claire talking to her friend Jenna. They were laughing when Jenna said, "I cannot believe you kept it up this long," and he still thinks she's a real therapist. I confronted them immediately. Claire went pale and the truth came out. Maya was never a licensed therapist. She's one of Claire's close college friends. The entire therapy setup was fake. I'd spent months opening up to someone who wasn't qualified and was clearly biased. Suddenly, all the moments where I felt manipulated made sense because I was being manipulated. Claire insists she never meant to hurt me and says it was a harmless lie meant to help our relationship. But to me, it feels like months of gaslighting and a complete betrayal of trust. Now, Claire and some of her friends say I overreacted by losing my temper.
So, AITA?